Ooh, we got a Rise ban actually coming in.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to take away the power that TBP pulled out previously by banning that Rise. They don't want to deal with that again, but Cavell does have a lot more tricks up his sleeve.
He's performed unbelievably in this tournament, showing Irelia dominated on, Garen dominated on, and now Rise dominated on. So interested to see what else he has in his wheelhouse. Try and pull out against Lambton, competing for the championship in League of Legends for Saints Gaming Live 2019.
And you can see here, first pick from Lions is that Sivir, something that Mo2 is very, very comfortable on. So it looks like they are trying to keep him relatively safe in a very volatile game. You can see Cavell picking up his Irelia once again, as well as Wenyuan actually taking the Sejuani away from Lambton's finest.
So Lambton's might answer with the Amumu. We did see TBM play this as well as Lambton play this already. Surprisingly popular pick in this, paired with the Ornn, has done a lot of CC, a lot of damage in that top lane. So looks like again they're going to go for maybe some comfort, something that they're able to do well on, and they know they can do well on it. We see a Braum picked up for TBM. No ADC picked for them yet, but they already want to lock in that safe ball laner. Allow whoever they decide is their ADC to stay safe in that ball lane.
And an Echo band, very, very interesting. Something we haven't seen too often here.
Yeah, we've seen a couple Echo bands out of TBM, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's just something they haven't practiced against, something they're not ready for. But interesting band there. I can't wait to see Cavell on Irelia again. He just dominated the last game he played against, I believe it was Pepega. Going 11-2 in that game against a Renekton top, which usually can do pretty well into an Irelia.
And both mid laners from the past game were banned out. We did lose that Cassiopeia. We did lose that Syndra on both sides. So odds are we're going to see some new mid laner champs on both teams. We'll see the final ban here from Lambton Lions. They are banning the Jinx. Trying to stay away from the power that TBP had. They are banning all the priorities that they had previously. Trying to take down all the power that they have shown. Kind of force them into something that they haven't seen before.
Yeah, so we have seen a Kai'Sa quite a lot during the tournament. I was also actually about to say the Vayne and the Varus were also available, and they took the words right out of my mouth. So we still do have a lot of scaling bot laners available. They are going to pick up the Varus to pair with that Braum. Braum and Sejuani offering a lot of protection for the Varus, not allowing an Ornn or Mumu to get close enough to him to get a lot of CC in on that champion.
And interestingly enough, the Lambton Lions did pick up the Ornn despite having Braum already picked on the side of TBP. His Unbreakable Shield does block the Ornn ultimate if he is in the way.
Yeah, so Braum actually got picked into the Ornn. So as soon as Ornn got picked, they countered with the Braum, able to deflect all that ult. Interesting choice, though. Again, we do have a Janna. A lot of comfort on the support in the bot lane.
And we'll see an Ahri pick. So it looks like Lambton Lions are keeping their priorities straight with the tried and true Amumu Ornn top lane. They do want that heavy CC, and they do have the Ahri available now. Probably pressuring that bot lane, something that they haven't been doing very, very recently. And we'll see what TBP looks to answer that pick with. Looks like it might be an Azir.
This would be an interesting pick. So yeah, they do go with the Azir, give themselves some more scaling. I definitely like the TBM draft in this game. You do have a lot of mid-game potential with the Irelia, being able to control a lot of that, and you have the Azir and Varus scaling. Ahri's going to have a lot of impact in the mid-game to kind of match the Irelia. Ornn definitely going to help out that Sivir in the late game. But definitely both teams, again, lots of scaling, lots of mid-game. Not a lot of early-game aggressive champions.
Yeah, you can see that the Lambton Lions kind of sticking to what they've done previously. Lots of champions that they do have many experience on throughout this tournament. The Ornn most likely is going to get dominated in lane by the Irelia, something that is going to be a given. He might get pressure from the Amumu to kind of equalize it back. Otherwise, he's forced to kind of just farm it out, take the beating early, and then mid to late kind of scale to his point where he is no longer in position to be killed by that Irelia.
Yeah, so the one champion we have not seen yet this tournament is Ahri, so definitely going to be the biggest wild card of this game, seeing can't you put enough pressure on the Azir early to force him to stay safe in lane, you know, to rely on his jungler to help him keep up the pressure in mid, or can Azir maybe pick up an early kill, get himself a little bit more snowbally, push that Ahri out even more, and get himself more relevant compared to the Ahri who's going to sputter out going mid to late.
And it's very interesting dynamic that they did draft. That Ahri, being a mobile assassin, does allow her to kind of rotate between the lanes. We'll see if she does decide to help out that Ornn in the top lane. We'll see if she decides to go bottom, help that Sivir out, kind of force mode to carry this game out as he's been doing previously for the team the whole tournament. But on the side of the TBP, they did draft the Azir, who is a very, very good laner into that Ahri, does provide a lot of poke against her, does kind of match that roam as well with a Shurima Shuffle. We'll see if he gets any large ultimates there, potentially turning the game on its head just by that champion alone.
So I am looking for, obviously, Kavir to play his game, step up, be the carry that he's been this entire tournament. Jungle definitely going to try and go help that, put pressure on the Ornn. But as we did see, there's a lot of roaming out of Lambton towards that top lane. It's going to try and help out that Ornn, kind of mitigate that pressure that Irelia is going to put down on him. Ornn does a surprising amount of damage for a tank, and especially for one that is usually meant for more of a support role than anything else. So Kavir does have to be careful of that, not to get pushing too far, go in too heavy on this Ornn, because that can turn on its head very quickly.
Yeah, and it's definitely very, very scary on the side of Lambton Lions. They do lack the power that the side of Team Bench players has. They aren't as strong mechanically, but their champions offer a lot more utility in terms of team fighting. So that's something that they're going to shine in mid to late game. We'll see if they can turn the team fights upside on their head. But we can see a lot of different things happening on the side of TBP. With that Azir pick, he can Shurima Shuffle, disrupt a team fight, flip it on its head, and then it's over just like that.
Definitely effective champion, to say the least. I'm really looking. I was surprised. I thought we'd see a little bit more diversity in the support role. Not really anything crazy. They just went for safe picks with the Braum and with the Janna again. Just protecting their ADCs, going for more scaling with the Sivir and the Varus. Playing more towards that late game. Obviously, Lambton wants to go mid game with that Ahri. TBP trying to look for a little bit of an earlier or a later ending. So just depends how fast can we get the ball rolling and how quickly can they take over the game.
Yeah, things might be difficult for Lambton. They are on the back pedal right now, losing last game. Despite winning the semis, they came in with a lot of hope, a lot of momentum, but it was stopped hard by Cavelli on the side of Team Bench players, who pretty much took man of the match that first game easily just by his macro play. That Rise split pushing, taking down every single lane, ending the game by himself while his teammates were doing other things across the map.
And Irelia is another champion that can do that, not to the immense power that Rise can, but is another champ that can, take a solo lane, expand it into when she takes top lane, go to bot lane, take that turret, go to mid lane, help out his team. Definitely another champion that can do a lot of different things when asked to do it, and especially this player, Cavell, my bad, not Kavir, Cavell, can definitely do a lot of different things for this TBP lineup.
Yeah, and definitely a lot of power on the side of TBP, and it looks like there is a pause. Looks like Azir is having some issues with his game, probably another bug splat. Hopefully it'll be fixed relatively soon. But taking a look once again at the runes, you can see that Ahri's actually going for the utility slow build, not the assassin electrocute build that we kind of know.
Yeah, so Glacial Augment Ahri, mostly used, is really good for gank potential. So you can land your combo, instead of having like an electrocute and airy, it's more for the slow that you're going to get from your auto attacks. Allows you to hit your combos easier, allows your jungler to have an easier gank, and is, yes, a lot more utility based than assassin based. And we do see a lethal tempo actually on the Azir and the Varus there. Azir can go for a Nashor's first, or he can also go for a Luden's first, depending on what kind of build you go, depending on where you want to go with this. He does have the cleanse compared to the Ignite of Ahri, so definitely a lot more kill pressure on the side of Ahri compared to what Azir is going to offer, a lot more defensive. Sit back, I'm going to scale, wait for late game, and then I'm going to push it hard.
Yeah, having that cleanse does open up his options towards avoiding dying early in the game. dodging that charm, potentially cleansing any sort of gank coming from Lambton's finest. That bandit sauce is the only form of CC he has early, so it's a very, very quick getaway, cleansing that. Shurima shuffling his way out of there, and that's the end of the gank there.
I see Janna and Braum both taking Ignite. Obviously, Braum with the Summoner Spellbook can expand his arsenal of summoners into different ones, but Janna is going to stick with that Ignite in bot lane. Definitely something that's decently effective. Obviously, sometimes you take an exhaust or a barrier for the Janna, but she decides in the Ignite maybe want to go more aggressive, and I mean, it's do or die at this point too, right? So you have to be aggressive, do something. Obviously, you don't want to do something dumb, but you have to be able to, be confident in yourself, be confident, okay, we're down 1-0, but we can come back, we can go 1-1, we can go 2-1, we can still win this.
Yeah, you saw previously that Mo did have the entire game on his shoulders pretty much on the side of Lambton. They did lose some kill pressure having the exhaust. Maybe they're looking to make up with that Ignite. That's probably the case in most scenarios. Varus is a little bit squishy, still an immobile champion, so very, very, very susceptible to ganks in this lane.
So you get, and a lot of times you did notice that although TVP did win that last game, Braum was caught out at least 2 or 3 times. So especially with the Varus, who is not nearly as mobile as any other ADC, if your Braum gets caught out a lot of the time, you're kind of caught out too. You only have your R for escape and a little bit of slows on your W or on your E. But other than that, you don't really have a lot of escape options. So look for the ganks bot lane predominantly on that Braum if he overextends, as he tends to do.
Yeah, we'll see if Braum can kind of fix his aggression there. There were the problems, as you stated before, where he was caught out several times, pushing the aggression, sometimes just going for a ward, or trying to engage, getting caught out very, very often. Now, sometimes it didn't turn out too bad for him. His team was able to turn a lot of those fights back around onto the side of the Lions, forcing them back, taking a lead, building it up for themselves.
Yeah, so definitely big match up top. Aurelia is going to probably try and go aggressive on the Orin early. Get some help from her jungler, possibly try and... It looks like we have some more technical issues with players, but in the meantime, do you think they come back, make this 1-1 series, or do you think
it's definitely hard to say. The side of the Lions, they are on 4 of their comfort picks. The Ornn has been tried and true. The Mumu has seen great success. Mo's Sivir has been dominating the entire tournament, and obviously NA Finest on his main Janna throughout this tournament as well. They are very, very comfortable in these roles, in those champions. We'll see if they can transgress that into wins. But the side of the TBP, they're a lot stronger mechanically. They are higher SR. They are a lot stronger as well, the champions there. It might be a little bit difficult for the side of the Lions to return the pressure, but it's something that they do have the potential to do so.
Yeah, for sure. So how'd your tournament go so far?
Honestly, SGL 2019 was a very, very excellent event. We've had some fun all around. All the events were very, very hype. We saw very formerly the Rocket League event came to a close. Unfortunately, St. Clair did not clinch the title there. In Overwatch, it was definitely a different story as well. In our case, we placed 3rd, so not too bad.
Yeah, it's money, though.
It's money, yeah. There were some victories for St. Clair today. They managed to get 2nd place in Smash, as well as winning the Fortnite tournament as well.
Oh, very good on them. Definitely makes you think you want to join a team. I'll think I'll join a team next semester if I can make it.
It's definitely a possibility.
Here we go into game 2 between TBP and Lambton Lions. TBP looking for their 2nd win in this series to secure their championship rings and that wonderful trophy.
And Lambton trying a little bit more aggression, stacking the bot side, seeing if they can pick off Eugene. He did start very aggressively last game, trying to get some early vision around the Raptors. He did try to poke out the Janna. We'll see if they're looking to punish him this time.
And looks like he's just going to be patient. He's going to sit there. I think he suspects something might be up and doesn't want to run the risk of being taken down this early. So he is going to walk a little bit further down.
He is walking up, throws a Q, and does hit Mo, so he knows there's at least 1 member of the team in that brush. And he's going to spot out 4 of them right now.
So very good by him, not knowing when to push up and when to stay back, not being over aggressive, not forcing anything early. So
You can see here that the TBP are starting at their blue buff. Very standard starts from both sides. Both junglers starting on their strong side in the bottom lane. And actually, Cavele looking to invade the blue, potentially throw down a ward on it. Getting some vision, does get the ward down. So the side of the TBP know that they won't be at the blue currently. They know Amumu's starting at the red buff, so they can maybe make some plays there, maybe potentially invade.
So definitely looking at this mid lane matchup, seeing if FX is going to be able to beat out Prussian in this early game is going to be key to winning this lane and making sure Azir doesn't snowball and allowing their other lanes to try and push up.
And you can see in the top lane, there's a little bit of a brawl going down as Cavele brute forces his way under the tower of Sketcher, forcing him back, building a CS lead, zoning Sketcher off an entire wave already.
Yeah, so level 2 hit by Aurelia, it's definitely going to hurt for the Ornn. Unfortunately, that's just how this matchup is going to go. Ornn does not have a very strong role in the early game. He mostly just power farms his way, and if anyone goes too aggressive on him, he'll use some CC and peel them from his manly body.
And you can see, much like last game, despite Sketcher losing some CS in the top lane, his bot lane is right there to pick it all up. And actually, Cavele looking to invade on Lambton's finest, forcing that Amumu off of his blue buff.
Yeah, when you see the Ornn looking for actually trying to get this level 2 on the Aurelia. Not going to be able to land that Q, waited out the stun. No blast
duet there from Aurelia. Does shut down any form of engage there that the Ornn may or may not have had, especially with Lambton's finest being right there. The Amumu wasn't able to do anything, only having his W and his E ready.
Yeah, so looks like another stun landed on the side of Cavele. And gonna go in on the Ornn actually. Ornn gonna back off. And looks like Azir is actually winning these early trades against the Ahri.
Yeah, having so much more range than her, especially with those sand shoulders, is just something that the Ahri just doesn't have any answers for. She can't kill those units, and she just gets chunked out by them. She did land a charm, however, through the minions. Very well played, but it didn't transpire into anything more.
Ooh, Mumu missed the bandage. That would have been really, really good on the side of Lambton. Probably a potential pick on the Aurelia there, or at least a forced flash. Fortunately, not able to land that bandage, and Aurelia gets upset.
Yeah, the pressure could be starting to add up on Lambton's finest. The Amumu has missed a lot of bandage tosses so far as we've seen him, but he has made up for it previously, so we'll see if he can continue to do that throughout this final game.
Sivir accruing a nice CS lead in the bot. Unfortunately, mid laner Azir is about 10 CS up on this Ahri, and obviously Aurelia is dominating that top lane, doubling the farm of the Ornn.
Yeah, lots of pressure coming from TBP. They are more lane dominant in terms of the top side. It's just something that the Lambton Lions have struggled to answer. But Mo2 looks to be getting ganked by Wen. Flash forward from Braum. Misses the Q. Sejuani lands the knockup. We'll see if they can turn this into anything. Concussive blows from Braum. Ignite, and that is first blood for the TBP. Picking up first kill for Sejuani onto the Sivir. Kind of returning the gold favor in turn to the Varus, who now has some free range 2 farm. Kind of equalized the gold a little bit more.
Okay, so they traded flashes between the Braum and the Sivir. Unfortunately, the Sivir was only able to block the CC from one of Braum's Qs. Braum was able to let the cooldown run down, able to throw another one, get the stacks. Sejuani throws out her stun as well, and that pretty much seals the fate of Sivir.
Yeah, very unfortunate misstep from Mo, not having the reaction time to spot when he was roaming in. It was just too slow on the play. They were forcing the aggression, something they've been doing very, very frequently, and that's how they tend to build their lead.
So, heal was not actually used on the Sivir. I think she just decided that she wasn't going to be able to live through that, so she saved the summoner from that, which means that bot lane, Braum did burn his Ignite as well as his Flash. Going to take a little bit of the pressure off of bot lane, make sure that although they may have got a little bit of a lead, Sivir is still up by 10 CS, and Varus did not get that kill that Sejuani did. So it does mean that bot lane is still pretty even overall.
And you can see TBP is already amassing a 1,000 gold lead just 6 minutes into the game, having 1 kill onto their team.
Definitely top lane, 45 farm to 27. Huge impact that Aurelia is having in this top lane, unfortunately means that Ornn's going to be having a rough time dealing with that.
It's very unfortunate for him, but he knows his role. He knows that he has to take the brunt of this force and kind of rely on Lambton's finest Amumu to kind of roam up there, give him some help. should it be necessary. And it looks like he is pathing towards the top side. It looks like he might be trying to go mid rather than top.
Sejuani looking for him.
They are spotted.
Sejuani looks like she might think about going in on the Amumu, or at least forcing something.
She is walking up. It looks like there is a fight going to break out. Now Ari is closer to the fight. She can rotate a little bit quicker. We're actually seeing a teleport coming in from Braum. The Sharika Shuffle going in, Ari ulting out. It's going to be 2 kills picked up for TBP, most likely. Actually, top lane, Cavelli going in, finds the ultimate.
This? Oh, he's going to get
and
the,
he actually,
he got it.
Oh,
he got it.
He trades it back. Sketcher
Nice.
very well played with the ultimate, slowing Cavelli so that he could not escape. He actually missed the Q reset on Sketcher due to his corrupting pot ticking down. So very well played there. A very, very good turnaround for him.
So Orin making that a 1-for-1 definitely mitigated the impact of what happened between the mid laners and the junglers. Amumu did end up dying as well as the Sejuani. Ari does pick up the kill, but overall it was a 2-for-2. Means the game is still about even.
Yeah, very, very interesting play there from the Braum, actually using his unsealed spellbook to teleport into that fight very aggressively, turned that 2v2, sorry, into a 3v2 there. FX did make it out, however, but Amumu was left alone to suffer.
And definitely top lane, not getting that much help from Amumu. It's kind of just letting the Aurelia do whatever she wants to this Ornn. Ornn able to take the brunt of it, is actually trading back pretty decently well now. That he's got his Bambi Cinder and a couple of cloth armors. Aurelia not going to be a huge threat to him now.
Yeah, now that he's scaling that armor, he's a lot tankier and he can actually absorb a lot more punishment now. We'll see if Cavelli can actually land a flawless duet, maybe turn into another fight once he gets his ultimate. Right now he's looking to kind of just trade. Takes a tower shot actually, Sketcher landing the knockup, but Cavelli is just outside of tower range, doesn't transpire into a kill, unfortunately.
That could have been very dangerous. If Aurelia was about 2 steps forward, that could have been a lot more dangerous than it was.
You can see Lambton's Finest is hovering around the bot lane. They might try to tower dive, but it's very, very risky. It looks like he's just going to motion his way towards mid.
Might think about getting around this Ocean Drake. Very valuable early in the game. Helps you out immensely in lane with that HP and mana regen. Means you can stay in lane a lot longer, can, you know, pick up maybe a plate or two. And bot lane, we haven't really talked about a lot.
Was going in for the gank. Ari initiates, misses the charm, however. The root does land successfully on Amumu, but Azir shuffles his way out, cleanses the CC, and he's out of there. Aurelia trying to engage, misses the ultimate, but hits the flawless duet, and it's going to be 0 for 0. Actually, Sejuani engaging in the bot lane, misses her ultimate. Braum forcing his way in, missing the CC, and a beautiful Monsoon. Varus shooting his ultimate, but spell shielded by Sivir. Sivir ulting, healing, running away. She does get stunned up. A huge tornado from Janna, forcing the flashes from Braum, a heal from Varus as well. Very, very well played on the side of TBP, almost losing one due to NA Finest. He did not ignite, he should have. He miscalculated his damage there while Eugene was under tower.
Yeah, so that was actually very, very well played by the Sivir. She was able to dodge the ult from the Braum, spell shield the ult from the Varus, and dodge the ult from the W from Sejuani in the beginning. Unfortunately, there's just too much CC between the Braum and the Sejuani, which means his stacks, both of their passives were stacked on her. She gets stunned by both of them, and that is the end of her life. She was able to force a flash out of Braum, though, because of that, and the heal from Varus.
Definitely an overall great play. He survived very, very long. Very well played on his part. Unfortunately, he does go down. You can see that this is starting to amass a little bit of a lead for the bot lane, despite being down in CS. Varus having 2 assists. That's 300 gold back onto him.
And Azir did pick up a blue buff after that fight, which gives him, if not more of a lead in mid lane. He's up about 30 CS right now over the Ari. And top lane, looking pretty much the same, but up about 22 CS in the favor of TBP.
And it looks like team bench players making their way towards the Dragon, but Lambton Lions are collapsing. They do have mid-priority. You can see Ari engaging. Eugene once again caught out, forces his way in, and does get picked off. We'll see if FX can find the Sejuani. Lots of poke coming through. Sejuani, half HP, gets ignited by Ari, misses her Q. We'll see if she can continue the chase. She does let up, and the Zir does rotate, however. It doesn't make that much of an impact. TBP forced off of the dragon that they were looking to take, and they end up losing it towards Lambton Lions.
Yeah, so Sejuani and Braum a little bit uncoordinated with their mid laner there. Ari did have priority in the mid, and that meant that Azir was not able to help them out in that fight. Ari gets there way before he does, has much bigger impact, able to pick up a kill, and able to pick up the dragon as well.
You can see here, despite that, Cavele looking to push his way into the mid tower, proccing his demolish on the plate, and Azir actually getting spotted on a ward on his blue side, looking to roam bottom, but once again, wards are everywhere. He is scouted, and he's looking to make his way back to mid, probably just farm it out.
Yeah, these teams are going to be very, very careful on how they play this game. Obviously, Lambton not looking to lose this tournament here, but TBP always going to be aware that for the Ari roam, very immobile mid laner, Orin TP is up, so that's also a possibility. Overall, just stakes are high in this game, so everyone's going to be very careful and calculated in how they play it all out.
With the finals being a best of 3, things are in position for Team BP to do better. Sketcher actually going in, lands his ultimate. Sejuani's there to equalize, forces the flash on Sketcher, who just doesn't want to have any of it, doesn't want to risk a single kill going back, and they might look to just back off.
So Orin definitely doing a lot more damage to Aurelia than Aurelia is doing to him. Aurelia doesn't really have any items in her inventory yet. She just has a couple parts of her Triforce and a Tiamat. Looks like she's going to pick up the Phage and the Sheen, so definitely a lot better.
Oh, and looks like there's going to be a fight in the bot lane. Braum throwing his ultimate, a TP coming in. We'll see if Aurelia can transgress this. She does miss the flawless duet. Braum focusing on the Janna. Sejuani does end up going to rotate. Amumu caught out. Aurelia finishing the kill on Sivir, and Varus picking up the kill on Janna. Sejuani finds the Amumu who's rotating. Ari's close by. Azir looking to come in. A huge stun from Amumu. A shuffle coming in from Azir. We'll see the slows coming from Ari as well. Almost finishes off the Azir.
Varus still does not have ult, so
Sejuani's looking to push the pace. We'll see if she can find the stun. She does not, unfortunately. So a huge fight going to the bot lane and a mid fight going downhill for the side of the Lambton Lions.
So interestingly, Orin did have TP, but he didn't use it. He actually is going to stay top and try and take some plates. It is about to hit 14 minutes, so he is able to take a couple plates out of top. Although his bot laners did die, he kind of figured that at that point they were going to go before he did. So he was able to take, I believe it was 3 or 4 plates in top. So looks like lanes are going to switch. Varus and Braum are going to go top. Aurelia is going to go bot. They might switch back. But as of right now, Orin playing a little bit more for his sake than his team's. Obviously, a TP there probably meant disaster, as the Janna was already being taken down by the Braum and the Varus. Sivir was trying to 1v1 the Aurelia. Didn't work out too well for her. So, smart move by him, not wasting his TP, especially when it can't get canceled anymore.
And it looks like Wenowin's actually going to find Sketcher in the bush trying to recall. Varus is there as well. They're just going to CC him down. Most likely going to be a kill onto the Varus, and he does go down.
So, no wards in the river. Orin was pushed up pretty far. Control ward put down by TBP means they knew he didn't see them coming. He was trying to back in the bush, and they were able to catch him before he was able to do that.
Yeah, Sketcher's aggression has been his downfall this game so far. He's been greeting that tower, greeting his back, and he does get punished for it immediately.
So, top turret taken by TBP. Second turret of the game, because they were able to take that bot turret a little bit earlier. Aurelia is going to look to try and take this bot turret before the Orin can get back. We'll be able to do it. No one really there to answer. Janna's going to try and go on the Varus here, actually.
Yeah, some aggression coming out from Lambton Lions, trying to find the isolated Varus. A flash forward from Amumu, misses the bandage toss, forces the flash out from Varus. Varus missing his tendrils, and it looks like a full disengage from both sides.
So a couple flashes burned. Jungle flash for the ADC flash. Especially on an immobile character like the Varus. Definitely more worth for the Amumu to burn his flash in order to get the Varus flash out than it would be. So.
And it looks like we're going to have another pause, unfortunately, due to technical issues. It seems that one of the players is having issues with his headset currently. So we're going to have to wait for that to get resolved. And right now, if you're looking at the game, it's very, very close, surprisingly enough, despite all these fights, despite all the skirmishes. It looks like we're actually getting back into the game. The players unpaused right away. The difference in this fight, however, is the fact that Ornn is out of it and Varus is still on his way. Ornn teleporting, trying to add some pressure. Lambton Lions having all the pressure in the world for that Rift Herald, and they do smite it.
Yeah, so Varus being forced to TP after he burned his flash and his ult.
Looks like we have an engage here. Braum shooting his R, hits the Janna. Irelia finding 3 with her ultimate. Nice. Sejuani also finding huge ultimate from Mumu. Irelia actually gets burned down under tower, taking too many shots, and Mumu there to punish. Ari trying to see if she can flash forward, get a potential charm, but does not get anything for it from her ultimate.
Yeah, so only one going down there. A lot of ultimates burned on both sides. Sejuani, Irelia, Braum ult all burned, as well as the Ornn, Mumu, Ari, Sivir, and Janna ults burned on the side of Lambton. So they will look to take this Cloud Drake. Oh, nice bandage.
And actually an engage here from Lambton's finest. They do find that Braum, who's once again out of position. Shurima Shuffle coming out from Prussian. Does find one for himself. Varus pushing forward, gets the Varus. Heals, finds a double kill for himself as well onto the Sivir. The Ari cannot assist in any sort of way. He's forced back, and that is a beautiful turnaround for TBP as they find 3 kills and subsequently the Cloud Drake.
So definitely a big mistake from the side of Lambton. They were going for that Cloud Drake, didn't realize that they had used all their ults in that fight, and Varus came up huge. He hadn't taken any damage in that previous fight either, so he was still full health, able to turn around, pick up the kill on Janna, pick up the kill on Sivir. It's not looking too good for the bot lane of Lambton right now.
Yeah, and you can see here R5 Glory, who was once 30 to 40 CS down, has actually caught up, and he's now 4 kills ahead of Sivir, as well as an extra assist to his name. He's a lot stronger than she thought he was. He actually 1v2, these 2 levels up, 1v2 the Sivir and the Janna by himself, only blew his summoner heal there, and took 2 kills to his name.
So he's going to look for a back here, most likely going to pick up possibly a Gwynsu's, but definitely mid lanes, both 2-0, pretty even on that front. ADCs, though, Varus is looking a lot stronger than the Sivir is at this point.
Yeah, the power from Lambton Lions, especially with Mo on his Sivir, is starting to fade out a little bit. They don't have too many tools left in the kit. They do have Ari, however, who's still online, but her utility build isn't the most powerful. Sejuani trying to find some sort of an engagement onto Sketcher's Ornn, just poking out right now. They are going to be backing up as 5 members of Lambton Lions come to his assistance.
So obviously you're playing there to protect the Sivir game, but unfortunately your Sivir is 0, 4, and 2, so it's going to be a very long time before she comes online, whereas the Varus, 403, a lot stronger right now.
Lambton does summon the Rift Herald. They're looking to get that tier 1 for themselves, but a huge flank coming in from Sejuani. Does find the Amumu. A large ultimate from Irelia. Hits 4. We'll see a huge Ornn ult in return. Hits 3 people for himself. Sivir finding the Varus all by herself. We'll see if they can turn this more. Azir going forward. Ari with a flash as well. Irelia trying to find some more. Does find the Ornn. And that is a beautiful fight for TPP. A great turnaround for the Lambton as well. For someone who was flanked, they actually turned that fight on its head, taking it 2 for 2. And maybe even more.
I almost got the Irelia there. But the big thing...
Oh, and a huge Shurima Shuffle, but it's flashed by Ari. Very well played from FX. Prussian very, very sneaky on that. They didn't see that one coming.
Good flash by the Ari to get out. 2 for 2 in the end, but the big thing is they got the shutdown on the Varus. Gonna slow him down, and Sivir actually picked up that kill. So gonna give her a lot of shutdown gold, able to help her back into this game. Obviously, Ari picking up one of those kills as well means she's gonna be a lot more effective. So we'll see if that helps out the Sivir going into this mid game as the Varus.
Oh, and a flawless duet from Cavelli, going way too aggressive by himself, does get caught out, and the shield from Janna saves Mo too as he finds yet another kill for himself from the 0-4 to now 2-4.
So that was a little bit of miscommunication on the side of TBP. They did have they did have all his teammates around him in the back, but they were more concerned about saving their mid turret than they were about going in on the Ari, who was kind of by herself but had a Janna with her. A little bit of miscommunication there means that it is going to cost them 300 gold over to the side of Sivir, help her get online even faster, and match this Varus in what could be a potentially lot longer game than we thought.
And despite opting to save that tower, clearing the wave, they do end up losing it anyways. Since they were at about half HP, they are forced to recall. Ahri does end up finding that mid tower. So it was all for nothing, basically. Cavele does throw a little bit of a lead towards Mo, who's looking to scale back into this game and put his team back on his shoulders.
It's definitely looking a lot better for the side of Lambton. They were able to get past that Aurelia spike, and Orin is going to be coming online with his items in just a couple minutes, able to upgrade the Sivir Infinity Edge to a Molten Edge, able to upgrade a few other items on the side of Lambton, hopefully get them to a more powerful state.
Oh, and it looks like there's yet another pause, unfortunately. Could be some more issues. Looks like they're having some software problems, unfortunately. Taking a look at the scoreboard right now, you can see that TBP is up 4K gold, 4 kills, 1 tower. They are even in Dragons, however. Their team fight is a little bit lacking, especially with Cavele getting way too aggressive thus far.
Yeah, definitely. Big story here. Varus was very far ahead, but Sivir able to pick up 2 kills, able to pick up a second item, and Orin able to keep a lot of his team alive. Some really good ults on the side of him, being able to predict where the Braum will put his ult up and is able to actually use that to knock a few people up. Amumu with some big ults as well means that Lambton climbed their way back into this game. They were down about 8K. Now the difference is only going to be about 3.5K.
Yeah, Eugene Yackle has been missing a lot of ultimates thus far, hitting maybe 1, maybe 2 targets, but not getting the priority ones that he needs to win this fight for his team. Whereas R5 Glory is there to try to pick it up with his Tendril, kind of lock people down with the Sejuani, try to set up something for Cavele with his ultimate, but you can see there they just don't have the manpower right now. They are throwing a little bit of their lead. Could be the nerves for the grand finals. They do still have a little bit of a lead for themselves, so we'll see if they can continue to push down, maybe even take the game in the grand finals together.
Definitely, Azir almost going to have his Nashor's Tooth. It looks like we're going to go right back in the game, actually. 21 minutes in, Baron spawned, and they're going to try and clear out some wards near Baron, try and get control of that pit. They're going to jostle for position. Top lane turret is still up for TBP, so definitely a little bit less pressure they can put on this Baron take on the side of Lambton. And Janna going to get chunked down to half by that Azir, doing a lot of damage despite only being at 1.5 items.
Yeah, you can see here that the Lambton Lions are trying to make up for lost ground. They are trying to get some vision control back into their top side jungle, whereas TBP are forcing their way there either way, trying to mitigate as much vision as they can get. And actually, a solo kill coming up from Cavele. I didn't even see that Sketcher actually over-aggressed. He took a fight that he should not have, thinking his CC was enough on Cavele. Does not have the same power that he does. And actually, a huge engage here coming out. Braum landing a crucial ultimate onto the Ahri. However, turning around is Amumu landing an ultimate on 3 more. Ahri trying to get something. They do all flash out. Tendril's hitting 2. Braum once again caught out, heal being forced out by Varus, and absolutely no one goes down. What an incredible fight.
So Amumu did miss a couple key bandage shots there, was not able to catch the Braum on either of the ones he was aiming him at. Braum with a huge ult on the Ahri actually takes out a lot
Braum does
of
get
damage.
charmed. We'll see if he goes down. Does not.
So definitely a couple missteps by both teams. Braum not able to land his Braum able to land his CC, but seemed not able to follow up. Amumu missing his bandage tosses. Varus ult comes up huge for the disengage though. Unfortunately, TBP does take bot turrets because of the solo kill by Cavele. So definitely a lot more pressure being put on there by the Aurelia than the Ornn. Ornn is going to hit his item spike momentarily though. Once he gets that online, it's definitely a lot more fearsome than the Aurelia will be.
You can see that TBP, despite being a man down, once again successfully disengaged. They know when to push their limits. They know that Cavele is a lot stronger in that split push than Sketcher can deal with. So they get a tier 3 tower, losing absolutely nothing for it.
Looks like Micah went on the Ornn again, actually. Ornn looking to try and
Cavele
escape.
does land the flawless duet. We'll see if he can transfer this into a kill. Ornn trying to run away, does get chopped down. We'll see an ultimate coming out from Cavele. A roam from NA's finest, trying to protect him. Ornn throwing an ultimate. We'll see if he can turn this into a kill. Huge knockup from the Ahri. Does find the tornado as well, but Aurelia does flash out. And it looks like they trade that for a flash and absolutely nothing else.
That was a whole lot. It's funny because Aurelia was probably attacking him for a solid like 20 seconds, but Ornn only went down to about half health before his Janna and his
Oh, we can see a huge engage here. Braum looking to disengage, flash forward. We'll see a huge ultimate from Amumu, only hits the Braum. Ari continuing forward, does hit a charm, gets the cleanse. We'll see here Janna, Sketcher actually getting stunned, lands one. A huge engage coming in. Huge disengage from the Janna as well. The Monsoon going big. Lots of healing coming forward. Azir chunking down Sketcher, forcing them back. And they do get a kill onto the Varus, however. Janna finding him with her W. Very, very well played from Lambton Lions, who were looking to get wiped right there.
And this is where you see the power of an Azir. Azir has hit his 2-item spike. He's doing a ton of damage in these team fights, and it's so hard to get to him because of the Irelia, because of the Sejuani, because of the Braum, that it's so hard for Lambton to actually deal with that team fight damage.
Yeah, despite Lambton's finest trying his best to turn that fight into a winning one, trying to get that Baron, he does go down, trades 1 for 1. We'll see that Lambton is trying to find Cavele. They're putting all of their eggs in the basket for him, burning all their resources. You can see that he's trying his best to stall for his team, landing a flawless duet on 2 people. Looking to turn around, almost finds a solo kill onto the Ari. Flashes out, and she is out of there. They turn a beautiful shutdown onto Cavele, who almost turned a 1v3 into a beautiful play.
Yeah, so if she, unfortunately, was not able to execute the Janna and get that reset on the kill, Janna lives by about 50 HP. Does mean that she's kind of stuck in spot for a while. They can throw down a lot of CC on her. It was a flash burned by the Janna in order to get that Q onto the Irelia, but it also means that they don't have to worry about that split push for a while. They can get some vision down on the Baron, although TVP is, even though they're down 1, they're putting a lot of pressure in this mid lane with the Azir turret, which means that they actually have priority over the Baron despite being down a person.
And it looks like they're actually calling for it, having the damage despite being down a member. Very interesting call coming out from the side of team bench players. We'll see an ultimate coming out from Sivir as they try to disengage right now. The GLP not hitting anything, as well as the Twin Spirits forcing them out. And we'll see that the Lambton Lions regain vision control over the Baron pit. Oh, and a huge bandage toss landing. Amumu finds 2, a disengage from Braum. Azir does go down, shut down onto Sivir. Looks like everyone's going on Sivir right now. She does get stunned up. Ornn with an ultimate. Sivir turns that kill, gets one for herself. Braum going down. Ari finding a kill onto Sejuani, turning around. Cavele coming in. Tendrils missed by Varus. We'll see Amumu go down momentarily. Varus finding a kill, gets the auto attack reset, does get that attack speed bonus after killing a unit. We'll see if they continue to chase right here. A flawless duet potentially coming out in a second. Does hit both of them. Cavele landing, goes big, lands on the Ari, finds the shutdown. Varus walking forward, does get the assist, attack speed bonus, and that's an ace for the side of team bench players.
Well, when you have an Ari and you have an Ari and an Irelia, or Ari and Ornn facing an Irelia and a Varus, a lot of times the Irelia and the Varus, especially when they're ahead, are going to win that fight. Really good flawless duet, though, as they were leaving, able to get both of them in that stun, able to get proc both their resets, kill the Ari, turn around, and kill that Ornn as well.
And you can see they are looking to call for the Baron. Irelia and Varus starting it up. Janna coming to face check it, see if she can do anything to distract them. Azir making his way, as well as Braum. Sejuani's there in tow. She is going to smite that away. And a Baron does go down onto the side of team bench players.
Yeah, so definitely the ending of that fight, Irelia coming in at the end, was huge. They were able to get a 1-for-1 near the beginning of that fight, training the jungler for the support. Unfortunately, they weren't able to turn anything more. They weren't able to kill that Varus, so he was able to stay alive during the course of that fight, whereas the Sivir died about halfway through, meant that they weren't able to clean up the end of that fight, and that Varus could just melt through without any worrying about CC coming out of the side of Lambton.
And you can see just how chaotic these fights are getting. Both teams are desperate to claim this victory to take the grand finals for their schools. They are looking to transgress this into an Ocean Drake as well. And John, if you're looking at the Lambton Lions, what is their win condition? What will bring them back into this game?
You have to get that Sivir online. Once Sivir hits 3 or 4 items, yes, the Varus is going to be doing a lot of damage. Yes, the Varus has QSS.
Oh, and it looks like a huge stream of shuffle does find the Ari. She is ulting out. Braum finding the return ultimate. We'll see if they can find the Janna as well. Flash forward, both missing their CC. Does find the stun onto Janna. Monsoon for the disengage. Sejuani pushing forward, pops her Gargoyle Stone Plate. We'll see a redemption coming in. Ornn with the ultimate, blocked by Braum. They're turning it around. An unstoppable shutdown for the the Ornn onto the Sejuani, but Cavele once again coming around on the flank from the top side. Doesn't finish his push onto the top tower, but they're getting the bottom inhibitor. They do have 2 cannons and a huge wave coming in for Team Bench players. And you can see Eugene Yackel is getting very, very low. A flawless duet coming out from Irelia. Eugene Yackel might go down, and they're looking to disengage right now. And Braum finds himself under the tower and kills himself.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I don't think he knew that the tower was proc on him. He thought he was going to go on the Azir. Fortunately, Azir stepped out as he stepped in, takes the tower shot, and kill picked up for Sivir over there.
Oh, and you can see Azir very, very close there. Does escape certain death from the Janna and the Sivir, but the side of the Team Bench players are looking to punish, getting that mid lane. Flawless duet missing, as well as Amumu burning his smite on Irelia, just slowing her and forcing them back.
Yeah, so really their win condition is getting that Sivir to a point where she can fight and 1v5. Obviously they have a lot of CC around her to try and keep her alive between the Amumu and the Janna and the Ornn. It's going to be really tough though, because this Azir is 3 items. He's going to be very strong. Varus, 3 items and a QSS, very strong. Sejuani is going to be very tanky. Sivir doesn't really have a lot of armor melt, which means that Sejuani is going to be very, very tough to go through.
Yeah, it's definitely a hurdle in front of her as TBP are looking to continue the push. They do have these super minions pushing down in the bot lane, and actually an engage coming out from the side of Lambton Lions, trying to find Cavele, who flashes into the Ornn ultimate. Does find an ultimate on 2 people. We'll see if he can turn it into a kill. Does actually find the Janna. Goes 1 for 1 in a beautiful trade in a 1v4 situation.
So it looks like they're going to try and push out this mid lane. That Janna disengage not being there is going to be very rough.
Azir getting tons of poke damage in. Looks like they're trying to focus the tower right now. Ornn trying to force them back, trying to clear the wave, but they do have the Baron buff onto their cannon minion. And it is going to go down. Looks like TBP is looking to back up and wait for their next wave.
So they're going to have to clear bot lane, top lane. They do still have their top and mid towers, unfortunately. Bot does have an inhib gone, so they're going to have to constantly clear that. Looks like...
Oh, and a flash forward from Amumu finds an ultimate on 3 people. Gargoyle Stoneplate procced by Sejuani, taking tons of damage. We'll see if they can turn the kill. Tendrils land on the Amumu. Azir does find a kill. The Tendrils gets 2 more. Varus finds a kill on Ahri. We'll see if Sivir can turn this around. Chunks down the side of TBP, finds a kill onto Irelia previously in the fight, and she's looking to teleport bottom, actually.
2 for 0 on the side of TBP. Does not look good.
They do have the man advantage. You can see Braum does land the concussive shot onto Sivir, and that is most likely certainly it. Cavele with the TP flank finds 2 in his ultimate. Varus picking up both of those kills. Middle inhibitor goes down, and it looks like TVP are looking to end the game, and there is absolutely no one going to stop them. The Ornn cannot stop this.
And that is going to be it. TBP take it 2-0 in the finals. Beat Lambton Lions and take the championship here at Saints Gaming Live 2019.
Wonderful play from the side of Team Bench players. Wonderful, wonderful play on the side of iGlory, who was going down in that Varus matchup, was very, very far behind, turned that matchup back on its head, farmed his way up, got a bunch of kills, 2v1'd by himself, and just took the game from there.
This is the 2nd game where he has taken a situation where he is not winning the ADC matchup, turns it on his head and say, you know what, I'm the Varus, I'm going to be able to shred down as many people as I want to, and even in that last fight, he was able to take down, I think, 2 or 3 people himself, with a lot of CC help from his teammates, obviously. But again, ADC on the other team is getting ahead. He takes his Varus, is able to turn it into a favorable matchup for himself, picks up a bunch of kills, becomes that AD carry, and is able to bring his team to victory.
And like we said, Lambton did draft a fairly weak team. They had all that CC. They were very, very, very reliant on that Sivir to hard carry, but unfortunately she was just too far behind. There's just too much power on the side of Team Bench players. They had so much access to CC of their own. They had the Varus Tendrils, which made up that last fight. They did have that TP flank, especially from Irelia, who did find 2 on her own, split pushing the entire game, taking down all the priority towers, solo killing Ornn, I believe 4 times that game.
Something crazy like that.
4 solo kills, which is very, very impressive despite his pressure. He did actually turn a 1v5 as well, finding that kill on Janna, opening up some space for his team as well.
Yeah, despite the fact that she flashed and got interrupted in the middle of flash by the Ornn ult, she still was able to ult, dash into the Janna, pick up the kill before she died in the middle of 4 people.
And she did absorb some major cooldowns, such as that Ornn ultimate, such as the Monsoon at the end. made things a lot easier for Team Bench players when they stormed the middle and subsequently took the game there.
So definitely congrats to Team Bench players. Thank you for everyone that came out and played or watched or viewed here on the stream. Big thanks to you guys. Hope you had a lot of fun. Congrats to Team Bench players again for their victory. And any last words?
Honestly, just GG. It's very well played from Team Bench players. Honestly, it looked very, very bleak for him. Twice in a row, very, very poor early showings in the bot lane. But iGlory, he just took those games. He wanted it.
iGlory and Cavelli, definitely two of our MVPs. Who do you think is better?
Game 2, definitely iGlory. Game 1, 100% Cavelli. Just took the entire game by storm on that rise. Just took every single building in the base. iGlory, that second time, that game was just unbelievable. That 2v1 is probably what started the momentum for his team, and that definitely brought a lot of morale to them.
So,
and we'll be signing off here. We want to thank you all once again for watching the stream. If you came out to SGL, we hope you had a great time. Congrats once again to Team Bench players for the grand finals of League of Legends. They are your SGL 2019 champions. My name is Yuri Blazing Custodio.
I am John Billabang Zudima.
And we'll be signing off. Thank you, everyone. Have yourself a great night.